Hello. So our objective today is to apply descriptive statistics. So if you still remember, we have discussed in a separate video how to encode the data. So using this questionnaire. So this is a life satisfaction scale questionnaire. And then using this questionnaire, we can answer the question, what is the level of life satisfaction of the respondent? So we also considered profile variables like age, sex, current relationship status, and socioeconomic status. So with that, we can also answer the question, is there a significant difference in the life satisfaction of the respondents when grouped according to their profile variables? So we have sex until the socioeconomic status. So number two is an example of a problem that requires inferential statistics. But our main focus for today is to consider only the problem that requires descriptive statistics, and that is the problem number one. So what is the level of life satisfaction of the respondent? So in using our questionnaire, one concern is how to interpret or how to determine the level of life satisfaction. So this was already introduced to you by showing you the source of the data. So this is the source by Diner et al. So as indicated here, we have to get the sum. So the higher the score, it means the higher the life satisfaction. So given the data and also getting the sum of the data, we can determine the level of life satisfaction by considering now the total. For instance, if it is 5 to 9, it means that the respondent is extremely dissatisfied. So just like the case of one of the respondent here who responded 5, 6, 7, 5, 5 respectively to these items. So this is the responses of Maria with a total of 28. It means that Maria is satisfied with her life. Now, if we will go to the questionnaire, so this is now the questionnaire and the responses of all the respondents. So for us to determine now the level of life satisfaction of this respondent, so we need to compute for the sum. So this is also shown in a separate video wherein we have to place the function equal sign sum open parenthesis and then highlight ls1 or select ls1 to responses in ls1 to ls5, close parenthesis and click enter. Then you can just drag it. So this depends on the nature of your questionnaire, whether you have to compute for the sum, you have to compute for the average or the median, and all other ways for you to come up now with the interpretation of your data. So that for the case of this questionnaire, it requires a sum. So how will we interpret this? So if we will go back again to our questionnaire and try to interpret, for example, the response of, so let us place the respondent here. So to be guided, let's just bring back the respondents. Okay, so we have actually 120 respondents. So for example, for respondent number one, it is 26. It means it's satisfied. So we need to come up with a scale here. Like for instance, let's say, code. So let's give it 1 for extremely dissatisfied, 2 for dissatisfied. So let's just place the code here. 2, and this will be given a code of 3. 4 for neutral. 5 for slightly satisfied, 6 for satisfied, and 7 for extremely satisfied. So if you still recall, we also consider ins- uh, the the criteria here that the higher the score, the higher the life satisfaction. So we gave a higher code for higher qualitative description. So we have one extremely dissatisfied and 7 to extremely satisfied. If we will do it manually, it will of course consume time. For example, for 26, I need to encode 6. So if I will get the level, then I have to encode 6 and then 20. So this is also prone to mistake. So for us now to avoid mistakes, so we can actually use one function of Microsoft Excel, and that is the if function. So just to be guided again, we can use Microsoft Excel help to get now the function for if. So we can consider here some examples. So just like here, if A2 is less than or equal to 100, it will place budget and or over budget if it's false. That's for two categories. How about for more than two? So we have here another description. So it assigns grade to a score in cell A2, F, A, and C. So we will copy this because this is similar to our problem we're in. We have to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until 7 so that it would be easier for us to place code. Okay, so what we need to do here is to edit the function. So this is now the function. So if A2, our basis is not the A2, it is the K2. So let's edit this. This is K2. Is so we have to open our guide. So this is our guide. So if it is 5 to 9, it means it is 1. So it is less than or equal to 9. Or we can simply place an initial instead of using 1, 2, 3. We can also use very dissatisfied. So very V dissatisfied BDS or simply place 1. So that's for 5 to 9. And then next, 10 to 14. So if K2 now is from 10 to 14. So greater than or equal to, or rather, let's change this to less than. Less than 14 or equal to 14, it means that the code is 2. Then let's go back. What's the next one? So 10 to 14, 15 to 19. So for 15 to 19, so K, oops, that's 2. So for 15 to 19, I use again the upper limit, 19, and then less than or equal to 15 to 19, it is 3. For K2, What's next after 15 to 19? So it's 20. If it's equal to 20, we're going to place 4 and then continue. So we will just copy this. So let's check the next number. The next number is 21 to 25. Again, this is less than 21 to 25. It's coded as number 5. So let us continue. Copy. 26 to 30. So that's 6. Okay, let's go back. So 31 to 35 is 7. And we're going to add, so how many? This is only limited into 4, so it must be 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Click enter. And then all you need to do is to drag it until you reach the last one. So this means now that the value 6 here, all the value 6 represents satisfied. Okay, so this is now what it means. So if it's 1, it is extremely satisfied. 2, dissatisfied until 7, extremely satisfied. So how will we present that? So let's consider, for instance, section 1, level of life satisfaction of the respondents with separated parents. So using this, we can count for the number of 1, 2, 3, or we can actually simply sort this to count for the numbers of 1, 2, 3, 4. But let's go over with our answers here. So for example, this one. Oops. So we failed to place a comma. Let's go back and enter. So let's just drag it again. So I have to do this again because of this one, 7F. We just remove that. Okay. So let's sort data sort. So let's sort it according to, so my data has header and select level, click OK. Then, okay.